Hey guys, it's Holder back with another episode of All the Mods Tend to the Sky, and today we are going to be becoming a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
So what I'd like to do today is I'm going to start diving into Ars Nouveau, which is kind of the magic mod in this mod pack. And the reason I want to get into this is because I want to use this tablet here that makes a village, so I can get villagers and I can start getting easy iron with the easy villagers mod. So what you're gonna need to get first of all is make yourself the novice spellbook, a ritual brazier, an imbuement chamber, source jars, some sort of source link. You can get whatever you want to kind of create the source. So how we're gonna do this is if we place a source jar here, and then these two volcanic source links here, and we get ourselves some wood. You toss down logs in front of these source links, they're gonna consume the logs or any sort of burnable, like you can use coal as well. And if you just toss coal down in front, it'll take this in and it will fill this source jar up. I believe coal fills up more at once, so coal's probably a better bet. And it's gonna keep filling the source jar up. And first off, this island, what it's gonna do is it's gonna create an island with a few village houses. So just so you don't break anything, you're going to want to build out even just one platform fairly far, because I believe it's a fairly big island. Probably about here is good. And you're going to want to put the ritual brazier down. And then there. And now that this is full, go ahead and place another source jar, and you can start filling that one up. And you can mine this guy. Bring this over here, so you have source for the ritual. You're going to put the tablet on here, and now that this is running, it's going to start building the island. So you can just sit back here and watch it. And as this grows, it's going to build a few layers of dirt. So this is also a really good way to get dirt early game. But the main reason I'm doing this is so I can get villagers. And in this mod pack, this mod in specific is very big. There's all kinds of different tablets you can do and things you can summon, and there's all kinds of stuff in this mod. You can make golems, then you can make spells with this book. So if you go into here, you can start making stuff. So while all the villagers are here, because the easy villager mod, I believe you can just, yeah, so if you crouch, you can pick these villagers up just by crouching and then right-clicking on them. So just so these guys don't run off the edge, I'm gonna go pick you up. So we've got these three. Yeah, this creates actually a pretty cool island. Like, it looks pretty cool, and I built it just perfect, so it actually didn't destroy anything. I'm gonna get rid of this. We have a little island, which is pretty cool. It's connected. So now we have this. But one of the cool things you can do in this mod with the easy villagers is you can place them in the iron farm. So now that this guy's in here, this should start creating iron. So if we speed this up, it should theoretically create iron. For these guys grow up, you'll get a normal villager, and you can just slot these into the iron farms, and then that's all you need to get it working. I believe every 4 minutes or so, an iron golem spawns in one of these, but when you have a bunch of them, the iron will build up fast, and it's just passive iron. That way you don't have to sift for iron at this point, which is really handy. I'm going to keep trying to make more whenever I get iron. So I've got 5 right here. And it seems like I haven't slept in a while, so I will sleep and then I will be back. So I am back now. Yeah, so what you're going to do is just keep placing these guys in here, keep growing more villagers, and just keep making iron farms. The more you make, the faster you'll get iron. So take that with what you will. Make some more iron farms. Just need to go grab some more lava. This. Got lava, and now I can make more of these. It seems like we only need one more after this one to just have the 8 farms. We're gonna grab some more carrots for the breeder because I think it's out. And off camera in my last episode, what I did is I made these botany hopper pots. So now I've got dirt seeds, inferium seeds, all producing in here. I've got carrots in here producing, and I just need to figure out what crops I want to put in here. It's just a good way, again, to passively make crops, because growing stuff in this mod pack is really handy. Just even like now, like these carrots are what's helping me breed all these guys. So throw all that in there. And then you can just speed these up, honestly. Another one just grew up, so we can throw this guy in here. I'm back after putting the last iron farm in. Now we're just waiting for all these villagers to be done, but it's already started producing a bit of iron, which is handy. The next easy villagers block that I want to make is the trader. So it's a redstone, 5 glass planes, and 3 iron ingots. So we're going to take this iron out of here. We're going to go make a couple of these traders. So we need glass panes and redstone. Make the panes. And then make some traders. I'm going to make 3 traders for now, because villagers are actually extremely important in this mod, because they can give you all kind of like the basic necessities, and emeralds are pretty easy to get. So if you just want to throw these 3 traders here, and then you can pick different villagers. So say I want, I don't know, say I want to take this guy out, the Shady Wizard, or the Fletcher, can throw him in there, and now you can trade just like that. And I'm pretty sure you get better deals whenever they're inside these, trading blocks. So I think we have enough baby villagers for now. We're just gonna let them grow out, and then fill up these iron farms, because we need 1, 2, and 3 more villagers to fill it. So now that we've got all of this iron farms, we're actually about to make this kind of obsolete. What I want to get into next is the foundry, which is super handy and fairly easy to make. So you need to make fire bricks, which you get from smelting clay. So you just need sand and a bunch of clay balls, which I believe that I already have a bunch of clay in here somewhere. Yeah, so I have a ton of clay already. Turn all that into that, and then you can get sand. Do that, and then make as many fire clay as you can. So just toss all this in here and craft all this stuff. Throw all this into smelt. Speed it up a little with the bottle. And what you're going to do with these fire bricks is you can make these blocks just like this. And these are going to be the outer parts of your foundry. And the main controller, you need 8 bricks and a blast furnace. So to make the blast furnace, you just need stone, some iron from our new farm over this way, which has already produced 40, which is pretty good, and a normal furnace. And then throw that in there, and then surround it with fire bricks. And you get yourself the foundry controller. And to make this foundry, you're going to need a lot of these fire bricks. So just grab all you can and turn that into that. So I believe it says it in the quest. But you also need the tanks. So you need the black tank, which is just a piece of glass, and 8 bricks. So I should have glass in here somewhere. Yeah, glass. So do that, and then surround this with bricks. And now you have the foundry tank. And you need to make liquid heating coils as well, which take copper, buckets, and fire brick. And you're going to want to make 9 of these to start. So get yourself copper and fire bricks, and then make those. Now once you've got all your stuff, go ahead and make your liquid heating coils. So that completes this quest. And then you're going to need your foundry drain and foundry taps as well. So how to make a foundry tap is, I believe it's just, 3 fire brick, and then the drain you can make just with 8 fire bricks. So if you just grab these, make the drain, But now once you've got your drain, your controller, your tank, and you craft your tap, complete the rest of the quests. You get your casting table and tap. And what you go about doing now is you can pick a good spot for your foundry. So I'm going to make mine right here beside the mob farm. So what you do is you put your and go ahead and make this like this. Mind these ladders, these don't need to be here. Go ahead and do this. And build the rest of this. You've got this. And now we can mine this guy here and put the foundry controller in. And now you can throw your tank down here and throw your drain over here and then throw your tap on there. And you need lava for the foundry to make what we're going to be making. So fill it up with lava. And they've got lava in here. And so what you're going to want to do is just throw in any type of iron in here. And this is going to smelt down into molten iron. And the next part of this quest is a casting basin. And how you make that's just 7 fire brick in kind of like a barrel shape. So if you just do this, grab your casting basin, and you grab yourself some sand. So I was almost doing it right. You need to use a piece of compressed sand, and then you can drop the molten iron into here. And what this creates is something called a geode, a budding iron geode. And what this does is it grows crystals on it, and these crystals can be mined and then smelted to get yourself iron. So you can do this with pretty much anything. So I've got iron in there right now, but if I wanted to do like make a diamond geode, I can also grab these diamonds and throw in all these diamonds. And then I can throw this sand here. And when these diamonds finish smelting, the molten diamond's going to be in here. And you can press that so it's on the bottom, so that's what comes out of the tap. And you just open that, and now this is going to make a diamond geode. And you can do this with pretty much any base game, and also like modded ores, kind of like zinc or nickel or aluminum or platinum. You can make all these into budding geodes: amethyst, lapis, quartz, and geodes are one of the best sources of like ores in this game, and they're not that difficult to make. Like as you've seen, I've already made 2 of these, and eventually in the end game, to make the next tier of items, so all the modium, vibranium, and unobtainium, you can make these into geodes, but you need to get soul lava, which is another thing that's way later down the line. And before I end off this episode, I just want to show you guys a couple things that I did off camera last episode. So what I did in this mob farm to make it a lot better is I added 10 looting upgrades and 10 sharpness upgrades. And you can see just in this chest now how much of everything there is in here. Like I've got 4,000 bones, almost 8,000 redstone, 12,000 slime balls, a few thousand ender pearls. Whenever you add those upgrades in there, it makes this farm a lot better. And you can see how much XP I've already collected. Like I've got hundreds of XP levels, which is really good already. And the other thing I did is I went over here just to make soul sand creation kind of just a bit easier. I've got a sink which creates unlimited water. I've got a sink piped into these barrels on top of my psyllium, so whenever I want to make soul sand, I just come over here and put dust in these and they all fill right back up. And then I went over here into my stone farm, and how these block generators, the reason why they're not called cobble gens is because you can create majority of blocks in this game that you'll need a lot of with it by putting different things on each side and different things below. So for deep slate, which is what I've got it creating right now in compacting, you need a piece of packed ice and then lava, and it still works the same way, still goes in the drawer, and it still gets compacted the same way. But deep slate can be sifted for more endgame materials like platinum, uranium, that kind of stuff. And I also do this with netherrack. And how you do netherrack is you get 2 pieces of lava, and under here, under the block generator, you put a piece of netherrack. And when you have that, it'll create and also compact the netherrack. And what netherrack does, when you crush that, you get blackstone. And whenever you crush blackstone and sift it, you have a chance to get ancient debris, which is, again, what we're going to dive into in the next episode. But that's how you get netherite pretty early in the game. So, well, I think this is going to be it for this episode. I've got everything done pretty much that I wanted to do. Started the Geors, started Ars Nouveau, and we started getting some easy iron generation from this mod, which is already creating a fair bit of iron. But yeah, this is going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you again for watching. I hope you all have a nice day.